Doing all right, man?
What's going on, man? I haven't seen you in a while.
John, I think I've asked this before, but there's a lot of people on this side who are trying to make this game something more than I think you're trying to make this game. Does this move the needle at all, this matchup with Pittsburgh?
Every game. I'm not sure what you're asking, but
If there's just a little more maybe anticipation, eagerness in the room, given the history of this matchup.
what's the history of the matchup?
There's a pretty good playoff series, which I know you say it doesn't get to be a rivalry until it goes a couple deep, but
You need 3 or 4 years of that mess to go on for it to be a rivalry.
there's a lot in this series.
We're going to play. We're going to play hard. We're going to play straight up. They're going to play straight up. Obviously, they're in a dogfight. I know you guys want to turn it into this guy versus that guy. We're preparing this game as we always prepare. I like the way our guys have handled themselves through a time when we're looking up at a lot of teams, and we're going about the same way here. From what I understand and talking to people, I know the building, there'll be a lot more people here because of Pittsburgh. So be it. It makes it free because it's a great building when it's filled. But we go about a business the way we're supposed to go about it, try to beat every team we play, and that's what we're trying to do here tonight.
John, is it harder for you, or do you look at that franchise any differently now that you're a close friend of the guy you respect so much as in charge of it? Is it harder to dislike them as much as it's easy to see you don't?
No. I dislike a lot of teams in this league in a way, not in a disrespectful way, but I just want to beat it. We just want to beat them. I am the coach of the team. I don't play the game. I am trying to direct my guys to play as hard as they can against them and beat them tonight. And that's how we go about it with every team.
Are you getting a key leader in tonight with Bob Ross?
A key, I'm sorry, Jody?
Leader? One of your leaders?
Well, I think he's so well respected in the room. When you get a guy back, it's the goaltending position is kind of a tough position. He's not on the bench with you during the game, but how much respect he gets in the room and how well he's liked by our guys, they're glad he's back. They see him every day pushing. They know he's been frustrated where he came back and was injured again. To have him part of the group, yeah, it's good. It's good for our team.
You got to see David Clarkson, maybe at his peak when he was with New Jersey. What kind of player is he now for you? And what kind of player does he have to be for you?
Well, David has to be a player to play along the wall, to add forechecking to us, to be in the blue, to be disciplined, but just to bring energy to our lineup. And I thought that line gave us some good shifts the other night, Bill's line, with him on the right wing and Calvi on the left wing. So consistency is with David. David's been banged up and has had a lot of injuries. I think he's beginning to find his legs right now as he's played a little bit more. But yeah, everybody knows what David is. He's a guy that's going to go straight ahead, go to the net, try to bang in some rebounds, protect his teammates when he needs to, but just be that physical, in-your-face type guy.
Bob was out, you said that a lot of the confidence in the team got came from the goaltending position to move forward. I guess you would expect that with Bob coming back in and knowing what his history is.
Yeah.
His abilities are to be the case again tonight.
Yeah, as answering Jody's question, I think guys like playing for him. He's an easy guy to play for, and I do. I think the resurgence of our team the past couple of months has been from our goaltender, where Corpy's an easy guy to play for too. He's such a good kid. Was put into a tough situation with the injuries had to 2 of our goalies, and started off slow, but then I think everybody sees his mental toughness, and so they played off of him. This is Bob's first whack at it after a little bit of time off. Our guys will play hard in front of him. That's how teams win in this league, is playing off your goalie. And as Bob's well respected, well liked, our team will play very well off of him.
John, what are your thoughts on how you'll handle Bob down the stretch here?
Oh, he's going to play a majority of them. I'll tell you, I'm not one to give you my whole game plan as far as goalies, but Bob is going to, he's going to play a majority of the games because he just hasn't played enough as far as I'm concerned the past couple of years with all the injuries. So our schedule is pretty spread out here for the next week or so. I think we have 2 back-to-backs left. I'm not too far ahead in my thinking, but I'm not afraid to use them even back-to-backs. None. He has done his time. He is healthy, and he's itching to go here. So he needs to get some time. He just hasn't played enough this year.
How important was it for you to know that Corpusalo understood the situation? I mean, did you explain this to him maybe when he would have been a guy being sent down?
Yarmo talked to him face to face. Clarkey took him out to lunch. I called him after Clarkey had lunch. He is very, he has all the information, and this is a good thing, what's happening here. If that team makes it in the playoffs, our minor league team, it will be fantastic for him to get into hopefully a long run in the playoffs down there. He has put a body of work together. I've talked to you guys about it. I just need to see more of him and more to get a body of work. He has put himself in a good spot in the body of work that he's given us in the National Hockey League this year to open up next year, and we have really good feelings about him. But he has to play. And coming off of that question, I'm going to play Bob a lot here. We're certainly not going to have him sit on the bench and not keep developing. He's still just a young kid.
John, have you given any more thought to splitting up Jones and Murray?
Nope, they'll stay together for now.
The majority of your teams have been playoff teams. As part of your motivation for your club, is it the role of spoiler? Does that come into play at all?
We don't talk about it, Borky, that much. I think the way we're trying to handle this, we're still doing a lot of teaching. I've backed off in a lot of tape because I think we've understood, or it's more of an instinct in how we're supposed to play, especially in situational hockey. We go about it every day. I've tried to keep it really short. I've given them a lot of days off. Our practice are 40, 45 minutes. I've cut back on the tape. When you're at the end of the year and you're not in the hunt, you need to keep your players ready to go for those games. And this is where I really like what's happened here, is I think our guys come for a work day, they work, they get out of here, they get ready for the game, they play the game hard. We're just trying to keep it simple. So it's not so much a spoiler, it's just trying to keep it fresh for them so we play these games hard. I think with some of the teams we're playing has an impact as far as what's happening with those top 8 spots. And in the integrity of the game, you need to play the games hard. And our guys have bought into that. And I really like the way we're going about it. Not if we beat this team, they're going to get knocked out. We don't even talk that way. We're talking about ourselves, about being pros and trying to get better as a team each and every day, practice or game.
Who do you think's setting the tone in a room for that type of work ethic?
I don't think it's any one particular person. I think it's a group. It's a group that we just talk about it every day. Before every practice, I yell to them, it's a work day, and get your work in. And they've done it. We've grown as a team. We have grown as a team. I want to see us, as I always preface it a little bit, I want to see us in pressure situations. The situation that Detroit was in the other night and that Pittsburgh's in tonight, I want to see how we react in that. I'm not sure that's going to happen this year. That'll start immediately next year because the microscope will be on us as far as how we're going to start. But I watch our team grow in the patience of the game, situational play. We have grown as a hockey club, so we have a month, and we need to continue to work every day during this last month of the season to try to set us up into a much better position as we end the year.
How well do you know Bob as a player and a person as compared to, say, some of the guys who've been playing regularly for you? And I ask that as a premise to, I'm curious as to if you have a gauge on him, if there's more learning for you to do.
With Bob?
Yeah.
It's different because I do try to stay away from the goalies, but I've been involved a little bit more with Bob since he's been injured the second time, just trying to understand his workouts, his mindset. Bob's he's an interesting one because he's one of the few athletes that you have to dial back as far as workouts. So that's where a lot of our conversations have gone to, in focusing on the games are the most important part of his career. He is a workaholic, and those are the conversations that him and I have engaged, not so much on the technical part, or he's played lousy or he's played good. It's just getting him with our team and consistently as our number one guy. So we've had, the past month or so, have had many conversations on that.
You want him riding the bike less? I know he loves riding the bike. Have you talked to him about scaling that back?
I've talked about a lot of things. It's none of your business, Bortsy.
I see Sada's skating today.
Sada's skating today, yes. He's still day to day.
Any update on Jack?
What's that?
Jack?
Jack is out. Jack is out. That's not even day to day.
After the season?
No, he's out. I can't even consider him day to day right now, so he's out for a while.
Johnny, you've had a chance to see Pittsburgh, I'm sure, on games and also maybe a little video for this game. How close do you think Sully is his approach to coaching the game to you and when you watch the Penguins play?
Sully, to me, Sully is he's a better coach. He is progressive. He's a really good communicator where he can light you up a little bit sometimes with his emotion, but also I think he's one of the best in drawing people into conversations. So it's a two-way conversation. And you have some personalities on your team. There's expectations on your team. That's a tough job to coach that team because of the expectations and the personalities. Phil is there, who's a different cat, and that's where I think with him and engages them to bring that out, and they get to the root of the problem or whatever it may be, so they're on the same page. He's so sound X's and O's, but where I think he has grown is that I think he understands how to handle the top players, which is a very important part of our business. And you have a number of them that are high echelon players that he needs to mold and to play under a team concept. You got the right guy there. Good, Langer? Okay.